Project BT, and it's been a minute since I've recorded content, so I'm just dumping a lot of content today. I don't think I'll post it all at once, but I was like, let me just go ahead while, I'm on the road. And there's a lot of things happening in this world right now. It should be interesting. This shit like watching a soap opera. And it's like, I'm not the writer of the soap opera, excuse me. I'm not the writer of the soap opera. I'm not the writer of the soap opera. But I damn sure be making edits. I damn sure be making edits. That should be funny. Like, I don't know. That shit is hilarious. But I just be watching like, and ain't that fucking interesting? You can invade your own fucking country? Who the fuck knew? You can't even make this shit up. Like, you can't make this shit up. You gonna invade your own fucking country. That shit is wild. That shit is wild. That shit is real wild. You gonna attack the very people that you have caused, like, you literally have set so many motherfucking people up for homelessness. And now you're gonna arrest them? Interesting. Interesting. Sounds like you want to fuel your prison systems with homeless people? Oh my gosh, but you literally are taking the people in society who weren't just the people like in the past where you could just try to paint a narrative where like homeless people are a problem on society. They never were. Society was the problem, but literally you have created conditions since the whole pandemic. That's literally, if y'all weren't paying attention to that, that's when the housing market went crazy. That's when corporations started buying different apartments, started building different housing, cul-de-sacs and all that shit, buying up all the property. I literally saw some stats where they said that billionaires own a certain percentage of housing that's literally vacant, and it literally could house the homeless population where one homeless person literally could have 20 houses. So for every one homeless person, the amount of houses that are being hoarded, each homeless person could have 20. But yet we go to work. Well, we go to work in a different way, but yet society goes to work every fucking day selling their soul, a piece or a portion of it, even if you like your job. Even if you like your job. They literally said, with the average minimum wage of this country, a motherfucker can't even work 40 hours a week and afford rent and groceries and all that shit. Like, can't. It is impossible. So literally, like, you've created conditions for motherfuckers to be homeless. This sounds familiar. Like, you created conditions for a certain group of people to be deemed unworthy by society. And then you take those said people. That shit sounds horrible, but we're gonna push on through. Literally, you take those same said people that you have now deemed undesirable by society. That sounds like my people. And then you gonna lock them up. You gonna call them a burden on society. You gonna call them the criminals. You've done this before, over and fucking over and over again. You're running out of people to fuck with. You like literally are running out of people to fuck with. This shit is hilarious. Like, and it's not. It's sad, but it's hilarious to see that the tricks are the same. Like, they're not evolving. Like, they're not even trying at this point. They're like literally like, you know what? y'all stupid, y'all been stupid, and y'all ain't gonna never be smart. And y'all not gonna ever be smart because we've been stupid the whole time, and y'all been letting us do it. And that's what I feel like they saying to us. If y'all not picking up on it, because that's how I feel. They feel like as a whole, society is stupid and society is dumb. This planet is dumb, and that you been letting me get away with it the whole time. So I'ma just keep being dumb. And I'm not gonna try to, try to hide it anymore. None of that shit. Like, I'ma just do this shit right here, blatantly in your fucking face. And what are you gonna do about it? And so, I'm wondering what we're gonna do about it too. I really ain't, but I really ain't worried about that part. But the way I see it is, white man has taken ancient knowledge and wisdom and inverted it, and this is one of the ways I see it. Because I was really about to hold on, give me one. All right, so this is the way I see it. So when I say white men have taken ancient knowledge and wisdom and inverted it, perverted it, all of it, all the verts. Like, literally, one of the ways you can look at this is the way they view the pyramid. The way they view the pyramid is all fucking twisted and wrong. The pyramid is never meant to be fucking top heavy, ignorant, rainist. Like, literally, the pyramid, the top is never meant to be top heavy. If the top is top heavy and you hoard all the energy or resources at the top and the top only, and you don't distribute that shit like it's supposed to be, the bottom is supposed to have most of the weight. The bottom is supposed to have most of the energy so that it could disperse outward. The more you go to the top, is the less energy, the less resources you need. So literally, it's ass backwards. And I have been clear to say this, but I don't even worry about whether we've won or lost or not. Because literally, no matter what they do, they lose anyway. Evil destroys itself from within. Evil is so rotten and so fucking greedy that it literally takes its own self out, trying to destroy everybody else. Now, one of the things that a lot of people fear is that what's evil, because if you can look at it like these abusive relationships, like, I always bring myself inward and outward. Like, if you can look at inward on a human form, when we have relationships with an abusive relationship, most times, if you have been in an abusive relationship with a person over a certain amount of time, they feel like they have possession over you. That's what I dealt with in my ending of my relationship. And literally, he felt like I wasn't mine. He felt like I was his, and nobody else can have me. If he can't have me, nobody else can. And so that is what a lot of people fear with these leaders, is that these motherfuckers got that, well, if I can't fucking take advantage of you, I can't exploit this planet, I'm gonna take this whole planet out. A lot of people fear that. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to fear that. Because it don't have to come to that. And even if it does come to that, this planet will still be here. And they're fool ass woman. So literally, it's a lot of ways to look at this shit. And either way they lose. So it's just about which way God decided to swing this thing. And so literally we see the dismantling of corrupt powers all across this world. America ain't the only one just crumbling. It's just that once America crumble, all that other shit gonna fucking crumble too. And so, and when I say once America crumble, that don't mean nobody can come over here and fuck with us. This is ours. Our ancestors put our blood, sweat, and tears in this. false birthrights, and you see them trying to kick them the fuck out this country. It's fucking hilarious. Once again, it's sad, but I like to laugh at my pain. And so, yeah, literally, you just see it crumbling. Like, when you take all the resources and hoard it at the top, it has nothing else to do but to collapse. And then some might think, well, why don't they just start dispersing more resources to the people? Why are they like draining it like they are at this rate? And it's because evil is greedy. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. Like, even if you don't even believe in sins, you literally can dissect greed and see that greed will get your ass where you can watch Willy Wonka. Like, you can watch Willy Wonka. What greed got her? I mean, what was it? It was that little boy. Greed got that little boy. Competition got that girl. I forgot about that. The one that turned to that bluebird. But yeah, it's gonna crumble every time. Like, the actual energy, the maximum energy should be stored at the bottom of the pyramid and funneled up. And then it's a cycle. It's never meant that it stays in one spot all the time. It's a constant flow. It's a constant flow of energy. And the ones at the top are at the top. They don't need much. They're elevated. They don't need that much. They're consuming less when you get at the top. But what do I know? What do I know? You can damn near even look at the food pyramid and see it. Like, take food out of it, but look at the food pyramid. Don't think about food, but look at the breakdown of the percentages of a food pyramid. I'm not talking about your nutrition pyramid. I'm talking about like nature food pyramid, like how the energy cycles and flow. That just came to me. So like literally, so you can see what I see. But yeah, that's their downfall. You can't fucking hoard. All that pressure is gonna collapse. It will collapse everything. What happens when the bottom is no longer able to produce the energy that you're hoarding? Because, you know, energy, it flows. It's continuous. It's continuous. It has to flow. Just like our water. They're damaging our water building fucking AI buildings just to run AI. And AI need all this water because it's going to fucking overheat. And it's like, that's once again one of our faults. Why the fuck do we need AI? Why can't we just fucking write a paragraph on our own? Why can't, you know, if you're into doing digital art, you do that shit, you know, the regular way where it doesn't cause you to fucking steal our water and pollute our water and our earth from all the runoff and all that fuck shit. Do you know what's going on? I forgot. Is it Mississippi? It's somewhere. I can't even keep up with all this shit. But like, literally, it's fucking with the people. Like, they built one of these plants near, like they always do. They did it with nuclear plants and all that shit. Like, if you're familiar with Louisiana, Virginia, they built that nuclear plant. I don't care what nobody said. A lot of people started getting cancer. Like, these plants are not healthy. These plants are not healthy for us. And I don't know if it's a nuclear plant, but I know it's some type of plant in Louisiana, Virginia that they built, and they started having earthquakes there. That was not traditionally what, you know, happens out there. Like, a lot of shit started happening. You can't just keep doing shit to the earth, to the people, to nature, and think that it's not gonna have an adverse effect, like, on you. Then these motherfuckers trying to go out into outer space. Bitch, universally, you are known. You are known. You are no, don't access this planet. Like, the aliens are already here. Like, I don't know why NASA keep talking about, like, the aliens are coming. Baby, the aliens are here. And there will be more. But the aliens are here. The aliens are here. Like, and they know that. They just gonna try to use that shit as a distraction to y'all. Like, and I ain't gonna say y'all, but I feel like to the masses, that's gonna be like a distraction piece. Just like they're gonna try to use Jesus as like a distraction. Jesus is coming. Jesus is here. Jesus is already here. Jesus ain't coming. Jesus is here. Like, it's like they took a lot of our knowledge and wisdom and just inverted it and perverted it until we believed it. So once we believed it to be what they wanted us to believe it to be, it became so. And it's like, now all that shit is being shattered. Like, your magic, your evil magic is like literally breaking down on you because we don't no longer believe that shit. And it's enough of us that it's shattering. It's like you can see it now. You got pastors literally preaching about homosexuality being a sin where you gonna go to hell for. You got pastors preaching, you know, like, if you kill yourself, you're going to hell. But I don't hear pastors preaching about pedophilia and sexual assault and abuse, because a lot of them are committing it. That's why they're not talking about that shit. They want you to feel bad for your everyday lifestyles. Some of them are actually undercover too. That's another one. Then you got motherfuckers who claim they've been converted. You know, they've been saved. They've been saved for their lifestyle. When all it is internal hate that they project on other people. They've been saved from the lifestyle of being gay, and then, like, you know, talk crazy. Talk real crazy. I can't listen to nobody who used to do something and they look down on it. Bitch, if you used to do something, it's okay for you to feel like it's wrong, but when you condemn some motherfucking body because you used to do something and you don't do it no more, I gotta side eye you, bitch, because, like, it made me feel like, I don't know, it just made me feel like you faking. Like, and I'm not talking about somebody who's literally overcame some shit. I find that people with a pure heart that literally has overcame some shit that wasn't for them no more, they don't look down on people. They understand. They understand how easy it is to get caught up in the things and all that shit. But when you be sitting up there acting like you've been delivered and your nose turned down at somebody for the same shit you claim you was delivered from, I be like, God ain't saved you. Even if you don't do it no more. I know God ain't saved you yet. Like, God ain't saved you yet. You ain't even came to terms to what you was going through. You ain't even came to terms to why you was doing what you was doing. Because if you did, you wouldn't be judging the next person for going through the same shit. And let that sink in. And I have to be honest and transparent. Like, I literally was watching the show Evil Lives Here. It was actually one of my favorite fucking shows back in the day. So, yeah, I started from the beginning, season 1, like when it first came out. And I had stopped watching it. Like, I can't even believe it's 18 seasons now. But I had stopped watching it, and I started watching it again yesterday. And one particular episode, it was a lady who, she was with her childhood sweetheart. Her family was in the church. Her father warned her about her boyfriend, and he really was right about him. Long story short, she had got pregnant at 15. If I can remember that season, that episode, I'll put it up here. But she had got pregnant at 15. he left her. He literally said the baby, he won't take care of the baby till he proved paternity and all that shit. So he literally left her. Her father warned her before she even got pregnant, stop dealing with her because he was going to end up leaving her. And he just told her, like, he's not a good kid, all that. This nigga, he came from childhood trauma. She knew that. She felt sorry for him. All I could do was relate to her story. But there was parts of her story where I saw myself getting judgmental. Like, well, why would you do this? And why would you do that? And I had to check myself. I had to check my motherfucking self at the front door because I was like, bitch. Bitch. You ain't too far off. Like, you ain't too far off when it comes to the nigga, to your mommy, your daddy. Like, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to listen. And listen with compassion and empathy. And like I said, her story was very touching to me, but a part of me started to get judgmental, and I know where that part comes from. It comes from my mother. It comes from my mother. Like, my mother is OD judgmental. And it's so much so that, like, literally, she overcame substance abuse issues, and she would judge other motherfuckers who have substance abuse issues. And I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But she's very judgmental. And I find that when judgmental comes up, I think that comes from a place of other people judging you and you haven't healed from it. Because all I could think about was, I share a similar story to this woman, and hers ended up so horrific. And I have so much love, compassion, and empathy for her, and I'm so happy that she is using her voice to share her story so that maybe other women can hear her story, and it'll save a life. It'll save some people. But she ended up losing her mother and her father, and he shot her in her head and in her heart. The bullet ended up going in her cheek and came out and clipped her tooth, but it actually saved her, because had it not clipped her tooth, it probably would have went in her head. So literally it went in her heart, but some kind of way her heart was still in full intact, and they were able to save her life. And so literally saying that, even as a fucking domestic survivor my fucking self, I had to sit with myself and say, why are you picking apart her story? Not even just picking apart, like, I believed her story. I just wanted to know why. Why didn't you leave at this point? And why didn't you leave? And it's like, even I, who had went through this shit, had to check myself and say, hey, look, we ain't doing that shit. You have been abused. You know that, and I get emotional because, like, you know that it's not that simple. It's not that easy. It's literally, you have to learn how to choose yourself. And a lot of us don't know how to do that. Even when you come from loving home environments, she came from love. But she loved him more than she loved herself. So it's not that easy. And I had to sit with myself. I got upset. Like, literally, why are you being judgmental? But we live in a society who has conditioned us to be judgmental. We live in a society who do not believe victims. We live in a society who does not factor in people playing on your emotions. We live in a society that doesn't factor in the long-term effects of abuse. She has started out receiving this type of abuse and manipulation since she was 15. And so, literally, I had to check myself, and I haven't been crying as much, and so, like, that one was heartbreaking to me. It was like, why would you do that to somebody when you understand this shit? So when I speak, I don't speak because I'm speaking down on people who do shit. I speak because it's like, it's experience. It's experience. And just because you have certain feelings don't mean you gotta be stuck with those feelings for the rest of your life, or those behaviors for the rest of your life. It's up to you whether you want to break that shit. It's up to you whether you want to break that shit. For me, it's a process, and I had to identify, why am I feeling like this? Where did this come from? Is this something I was born with, or is this something that's coming from trauma? Because it does matter to me and how I deal with it. However, once I'm able to process it, then I can change my behavior. Other people might be able to see that shit, and it don't matter where it come from. They don't like it, they can change it. For me, it's a process, and I just wanted to share that. Like, I didn't even know that was gonna go that way, but like that shit broke my heart because it was like, don't do that. You don't want to be that. Don't turn out to be like the motherfucking people that have abused you. Don't do it. And I think too, it comes from a place of you just want someone else to get out. You want, like, why didn't you? It's like you want to place blame somewhere. Well, why was he fucking abusive? Why was he, why was he not able to receive the love he had right in front of him? And then you can even go further. Okay, he came from abuse himself. Well, now we need to know, like, we can't excuse abuse at all, period. And abuse is not love. Say it with me. Abuse is not love. I don't give a fuck. Like, abuse is not love ever. And I be having to check myself. And you cannot play motherfucking chess in this life, in this world, if you ain't playing it with yourself. You ain't checking yourself. You ain't mastering yourself. Baby, you can't go up against these motherfuckers out here. Because they're gonna internally fuck you up. Like, so, facial demons. Be aware, and not just aware, but like actually be the awareness that comes with action. Because you can be aware and not take action. You can see some shit and not take action, but that's a part of the process as well too. So it's all a process. Some people are quicker at the process than others, and some are not. You just gotta respect where you are in your process and pray for the best. So that was an emotional release. I actually got to see too how dangerous things could have ended for me. A lot of times I felt like I was being dramatic or over exaggerating, like maybe he wouldn't get this far. But some of the things she said just triggered the fuck out of me, like how he started laying the gun, where she could see it and all that shit. Like, I remember going through that same exact feeling. It takes a lot of shit to scare me, but I remember going through that same exact feeling. Like, why you got the gun out, bro? Why you got the gun out, bro? Like, he never pulled the gun out on me, but it was shit done to break your psyche. It's like, why do you have the gun out? And the person I knew would have never had the gun out. And then it's like, well, you got the gun laying out. I'm coming in the living room. You got the gun laying out. There's a child in here. Like, we not safe. And so, and I never spoke on that shit to nobody until he died. Like, and one of the things was I didn't want him to get in trouble. It was a point in our relationship where I literally didn't want him to get in trouble so much that it literally could have ended my life. It literally could have ended my life. It took baby steps for me to protect myself. It took baby steps for me to protect myself. And that shit stemmed from childhood for me, but it don't even have to. That girl story that I seen, she wasn't the only two-parent, household that actually came from a decent family that I've seen deal with abuse. So when I did say most people who pick up narcissists come from from a dysfunctional family themselves, it's not always the case. It might be some shit in your bloodline that sends you there, but It's not always the case. Some people come from happy, loving, households, and they fall in love with what they saw in a person, what the person presented to them. And before they know it, they are swept up in this cycle of abuse. And for those who are judging, why don't people just leave? Why don't people just leave? My best advice to you is to be quiet. I always say shut the fuck up. But I'm going to have a little bit of compassion today and say shut the fuck up. Like, no, because shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. And pray to God it never happens to you. For those of you that say I love myself way too much, thank God that you do. Don't say that shit as no slight. Don't say that shit as no slight, because at the end of the day, it made me feel like, do you want a fucking cookie? You got people out here who literally are loving people more than they love themselves. And that's literally the recipe for an abusive relationship, or putting up with abuse. Is you not choosing you when you should choose you. You should choose you. You not feeling worthy to choose you. You feeling like you can fix and change someone else. Like, it's literally a part of it. I don't know what you doing. Alright, so I don't know what I just did on that social media app. I hope I ain't post nothing or send nobody no weird shit. Cause I literally won't be in attention. I ain't supposed to have this one. Alright. Here we go. GPS.
Head east on US 60 East, Midlothian Turnpike toward Virginia 147 West.
Alright, let's see. Alright, cool. But yeah, that was a hoot. What else going on in this world? We catching pedophiles like, it's Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. You always know my slogan, if you follow me on social media, the skulls and bones to the pedophiles. So, and all predators that are not, on our team. I'm looking at the predators who prey on people because they weak, not the predators that prey on the predators. That prey on the predators that's weak. Skulls and bones to the 1%. Yep. It's funny though. Like, that's another connection I made the other day. I was like, it's quite hilarious how people be on social media, in real life, making comments about, I don't understand how people be in abusive relationship. Bitch, you in one. Bitch, you are in one. If you live in America, you're in an abusive relationship, bitch. Bitch, America is pimping the fuck out of you, bitch. Like, you're not even getting 10% of what you're worth. Like, you are getting crack whore prices, not call girl prices. Like, America is pimping your ass. And so you should stop judging. See, I had to learn, like, don't be judgmental from my own experience, and it touched my heart because it was like, why would you do that? But then it's like some of y'all be like, y'all ain't in an abusive relationship, but yes you is. Yes you is. Yes you is. You is. Yes you is. You are. You live in America, bitch. This is one of the most abusive relationships known to this world. You live in America with 3 Ks. They came to this land with abuse. We ain't know this shit. We fought over squabbles and disagreement, and niggas trying to come over here and tell me what the fuck to do. This car sounds horrible. And I'ma just say, God, make sure we get there. You know I already prayed. I'ma relax. Gotta have faith. You can't have faith and then be worrying too. Like, you can't have faith and then be worrying too. Like, so literally, you know, the clouds look so beautiful. That'd be my magic for me. Like, I mean, they look beautiful. They look like Samson clouds. But yeah. Yeah. You're in an abusive relationship. So my question to y'all is, I did say I won't be judgmental, but why the fuck haven't we done anything about this shit yet? And we ain't in one of them abusive relationships where you should leave. This your house. This your house. Why haven't you done anything? Sad eye. Because I love myself way too much. It couldn't be me. That's how y'all sound. Like, that's how you sound and you look. Like, when you judging other people, like, it couldn't be me. Because and then the whole time it be her. It be her. It be him. It be all of them. Even if it ain't in your interpersonal relationships, it's that job. Even if it ain't that job, it's somebody. You live in America with 3 Ks. You ain't escaping abuse until you escape it. So don't judge nobody, because we all getting butt raped right now. We all are getting butt raped. That took an interesting twist for events. But, you know, I do these videos authentically. I try to be as transparent and as vulnerable with y'all. I try not to fake no shit. Like, this is who I am. It makes life so much easier for me because, baby, I ain't gotta hide. Like, when you think about, like, oh, if there's ever a way, like, you want to shut a person up, you have a scandal on them, or you got this hidden video, like, bitch, I'm Latifah. Like, play that video, bitch. Play that video. Because I'm going to let them know I said it. I'm going to let them know I did it. Like, go judge your mama. Go judge her. I did it. Shit, even if I don't remember doing it, and that look like me, I don't remember doing that shit. Like, I'm going to tell the truth. That's one thing about it. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't remember doing that shit, but that looked like me. That looked like me. That definitely looked like me. Yeah. What the fuck? I wonder what the fuck I was thinking. Like, shit, I'm going to be real with you. I don't got no reason to hide, lie. Shit, I had to stop lying to myself. Like, I can say pretty much, like, overall, I was a pretty much honest person outwardly. And I would say pretty much because, you know, in survival mode, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, but pretty much honest and outward. But inside, not so much. Inside, not so much. Not so much. And I think it's a blessing that now I can finally be honest with myself. And so I don't have to hide me. I don't have to hide me at all. So that's been pretty dope. And I still have my moments where I'm insecure as fuck. But I'm learning that security ain't something that you gotta look for without. Like, security is something within. So when they be like insecurity, yeah, you insecure because you don't feel safe within. Like, insecure. So you're lacking security. But what I've learned about feeling insecure is it's usually something that you just gotta sit down with and you gotta think about what are you feeling. Because a lot of times we're safe, right? A lot of times we are safe, but emotionally, certain situations can happen, certain things can happen, certain triggers can happen, and we don't feel safe. And a lot of people don't even understand this within themselves, and so we project that shit onto someone else. And it's like figuring out for yourself, what do you feel like you're lacking at this moment? What do you feel like is there a active threat right now in this moment, in this time? Or is there an actual lack and a need that needs to be fulfilled? So just sitting down, I ask myself some questions. It's a lot of different things that I face insecurity about. And I'm just learning, you know. This shit takes conversation with yourself. It takes honesty with yourself. Healing takes honesty and conversations with yourself. And a lot of people don't want to talk to themselves. Society has taught us don't talk to yourself. Yeah, they don't want you to talk to yourself because then you gonna find yourself. I need to make that assured. Don't talk to yourself. Cause if you talk to yourself, then you gonna find yourself. That's why they don't want you talking to yourself. Cause baby, I'm gonna talk to myself all the fuck day long. Shit. I'm gonna talk to stuff. I'm gonna talk to God. I'm gonna talk to spirit. I'm gonna talk to the whole spirit squad in this bitch. Like, we gonna talk. But I gotta have a conversation with God and myself first. Shit, and I got certain, you know, spirits that I like to consult with that are my favorite. So, you know, it's a team effort over here, but this is all internal work. This is all internal work. I have, you know, when I say spirit squad, I mean like it's a galore. It's a whole team effort over here. So it works for me. We gotta normalize people doing what works for you. If you hear God voice, if you hear Jesus, if you hear, you know, I don't even like just saying Allah because Allah is God. Like, it's the same shit, different language. Literally, Islam literally is connected to Christianity, but a lot of Christians miss that Muslims are their brothers and fucking sisters. I don't understand. How can you get so far away from, I don't know. It's I can't, you know what? I can't be judgmental. I can make a judgment, but I can't be judgmental. The judgment I'm going to make is that a lot of Christians have been taught to study anything outside of Christianity is a sin, and it is a curse against God. And then it's like, so you mean to tell me that God has created all these different people all around the world and they're all going to hell because God didn't give them Christianity? And it's like, you want some? It's like, we need to normalize doing what works for you. We need to normalize if what you believe in doesn't allow you to explore other topics and other things because it fears that you will lose your way, then that means your belief isn't strong at all. Because when I study, I don't study to change my mind. I study for understanding. I don't study to change my beliefs. I study for understanding. Now, if I am looking for answers, I'm definitely going to what I do with that Gatorade? Put it in my pocketbook. I am going to be looking for facts that I can believe in. study to have awareness, and I can also study to learn something new. But your belief should be strong enough for you to study. Like I told y'all, like I studied, touch bases on Satanism. Does that mean I'm gonna be, a satanic, worshiper? No. That shit is about what you believe in. But I do tell people to play safe in their lanes because you gotta know your limits. I don't ever say what I do so that you can do it. I make my content to resonate with those who it resonate with. I'm not here to be followed by nobody. I'm just here for the people who are already on my wavelength, who are already on my frequency. So, who may be struggling. Because baby, we all be struggling. It'd be a day-to-day. It'd be a day-to-day to just, just be a day-to-day. Trying not to get swept up into this bullshit. I don't know what else is going on in this world today that I was just like, I seen that somebody said that they be rapping. It was a young rapper, and I don't even know him. But they said they were rapping. They be writing using ChatGPT. Baby, I ain't trying to be funny, but I think I touched on this maybe in another video, but I don't know, it could have been this one. My attention span short today. I was just like, we need to normalize in the music industry that if a person isn't writing a lot of their music, and I do know people get help and all that shit, that's dope. I believe that collaboration is excellent, but when people aren't actually writing their shit, I really feel like you're not a musician. You're not a musician. You're a paid actor. You're a paid actor, and that's okay, but I don't think we should be calling them musicians or artists. It's fake. It's not you. And this is whether it's from ChatGPT or whatever. You're a paid actor. You're not a musician. If you gotta get someone else or something else to write most of your shit, you're an actor. I want to say this over and over again. You're an actor. I feel like an artist is raw and authentic. They channel and they feel and they embody the music, the words, the flow. But I feel like if you just channeling the regurgitation, that's acting. You're reading a script. You're reading a script, so you're a good actor. So that doesn't mean that you're not talented. We have a lot of actors in the industry, music industry, and it doesn't mean that you're not talented. It's just that you're not a multifaceted artist. And I think we need to normalize that, and people need to be paid accordingly for their actual work. Because people who write, they're channeling. You're channeling your feelings, your emotions, and sometimes others. You're channeling your situations, your pain, your happiness, your joy, your frustration, and sometimes others. So spirit moves through you through music, through writing, through all those different avenues, and spirit moves through you through acting. But I don't think that you should get paid as if you're doing it all. And that's an artist to me. An artist is raw and authentic. I think you should be getting paid a portion. Some people beg to differ. Some people think that if you're in the studio, you get paid you know, whatever. But I don't think that. I think it's making music watered down and fucked up. Like, we literally got robots challenging us. That's fucking weird. And like I said, they literally are building plants that are literally stealing our water and polluting the earth. Like, at some point, we gotta realize that we're a part of the problem in this abusive relationship. We're a part of the problem in this abusive relationship. Disturbed me. I think of it for college students, for students in school period. Like, academia is already trash. It's already trash. Definitely on like public education, and they're already trying to fucking dismantle that. Well, they ain't even trying. They single-handedly taking that shit out before our eyes. I said somewhere where they said in one state they was taking the buses to take the private school students to and from school, but the other students had to figure it out. And I was like, huh, that's ass backwards. I don't know how true it was, but it was on a lawyer's page, and a person was in the comments and was like, yeah, this is in my city and we have decided we're gonna sue, and you sure should. It was another thing that I seen that a school district decided that they were going to up the mileage that students could walk, you know, because it was shortening the routes for the bus drivers. So it's like they're just cutting budgets, you know, everywhere. And it's amazing we got money for wars that ain't even got shit to do with us. But we don't want to educate our citizens. We don't want to make sure our citizens have free health care. You know, just things to be alive. It's like depopulation right before your eyes. Many things happening right now. I can't keep up with all of them at one time. I've been seeing a lot of shit. I do my little razzle-dazzle, but I keep moving. So I just want to thank like all those who risk their life each and every day to speak out, to speak up. All those who actually take action on the pavement. Those who are working the spiritual realm. You know, it takes all of us. It takes every last single one of us doing our parts. So, and I literally appreciate every last single one of us. I hate cars that cannot drive. Literally testing these goddamn brakes today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and pray I make it to my destination. I can't believe I drove on this car this long. But I wanted to make sure that it went to someone I knew I could trust. I was like, I'll risk it. I'll pray. I'll try to see if I can get a tow truck. If I have to, push on the shove. But I didn't even worry about all that. I just prayed and left it up to God. Whatever happened, it's meant to happen. Or it wouldn't happen. feel fucked up, but it's gonna have to feel fucked up for it to get better. It's like a purge. It's just like dealing with cancer. I don't know from personal experience, but from a biological like learning aspect, it reminds me of the concept of curing cancer. You gotta reveal all the toxic shit, and then you gotta take some medicine just to get rid of it. So good cells will die, but we okay as long as most of the bad ones do. That is a good philosophical debate too. Is it alright to sacrifice one for the whole, or just let everybody do? Because to me, I'm gonna sacrifice, even if it gotta be me.